Hi, you guys. Given what's happening in the world right now, I wanted to just hop on here and share my thoughts on some of the things that I'm seeing happening in the world around us right now, presently. And there's no time like the present to address these issues. Um, as most of you probably have already known, you already know and have seen on social media, a man was murdered a couple days ago while he was jogging in his own neighborhood, and he was unjustly murdered simply because of the color of his skin. And there's little, if nothing, being done to arrest the murderers or to bring justice to this injustice. And I have to say that this is not the America that I can stand behind. I don't, I mean, it makes me so mad. I know that I stand in a place of privilege simply because my skin is light toned. But I also know what it feels like to be a minority. Because guess what? I was born without arms and legs, and I use a wheelchair. And I still think that that is less of a detriment to my well-being than if my skin tone were brown. I don't know if it's okay that I said that. I hope it is. I mean that from a very heartfelt place, meaning that I can relate to being a minority, but I can't relate to feeling absolutely terrified just to leave my house, like something bad will happen to me. It's so unfair. And also, given the right circumstances, my skin could be brown because I am a fourth Puerto Rican, and my ancestors came to America from Puerto Rico. My birth mom is half Puerto Rican. And so just a different baby daddy and I could have had a different color of skin. And what would that have meant for my life, you know? And this should not be how we base people's worth based on skin tone, because our worth comes from the depths of who we are as humans. And we just have to get out of this trivial nonsense. So there's a petition going around to bring justice. If you see it in your inbox or if you see it in your social media, sign it. We need to make noise about this because it's not right and it shouldn't be happening. But one thing I can say is, in this time of quarantine and in this this difficult time with COVID-19 and the pandemic, darkness is showing itself. We're even seeing that there are decisions being made for patients with COVID that aren't actually helping their condition. Now, we don't know everything about this disease, but honestly, I think we're noticing and seeing that it's money that drives the medical world right now more than ever than it is actually making people better. I'm not saying everyone is under that banner. There are many doctors and nurses standing up and saying this isn't right, because they believe in the HIPAA oaths that they took. But unfortunately, I don't know that all of the decisions being made are in everyone's best interest. And so we're starting to see, like, some of the hidden dark truths are kind of coming out, like worms out of the woodwork. So if I have said anything in this video that is remotely ignorant, I do apologize. I'm only basing this on what I know and the investigation that I've been able to do myself, doing my best to remain open-minded and to look at the right sources. But I don't know about you, but I think everyone kind of gets that sense, like, what is true? That's what we're asking right now. What is the truth? What is trustworthy? Who is trustworthy? And I hope that we get to the bottom of that answer. But right now is a time to move in action. And right now is a time to use our privilege, whatever that looks like, whoever you are, whatever privileges you do have, to make the world better and to not stand for an America that is not making the best choices for its own citizens, regardless of skin tone, regardless of economic standing. We need to be the America that we have always said we are, a land of liberty, a land of bravery, and not just for one people group, but for everyone. And I know that this world will never be a utopia, but we can do better. We can do better. Okay? All right. That is my PSA today. Go out there. Well, we still have to stay home right now, at least here in Washington. But think about these things. When we do get out of quarantine, what are you going to do to make this world better? What kinds of ways will you move in action to ensure that we're not treating our citizens like this? That we are protecting the vulnerable and we are standing up for justice. Thank you for watching, and I'll check in with you guys in a couple days.